Hi everyone, my name is Teri Lowen Burns, and I'm discussing my upcoming book, The Son of God is Real, Overcoming the Dominion of Darkness through the Radical Redeeming Power of Jesus Christ. This is the continuation to part 1, entitled The Unity versus the Son of God. If you haven't seen it, I recommend viewing it on YouTube. Now, after the night of reckoning, when the Unity tried to steal my soul for Satan, I found myself trying to navigate life immersed in paranoia and confusion, coping with a paranoid schizophrenic diagnosis while enduring a multitude of demonic voices in my head. For Unity members or people who comply with Satan's demands, they would experience something more like the chatter of 1,000 voices. I endured hallucinations where I watched the flesh melt off of people's faces to expose the skeletal structure underneath. Sleep paralysis, where my body and my vocal cords were paralyzed by demons when I came out of a sleep state. And I even experienced the typical alien beings with large heads and huge almond-shaped eyes who were actually demons in disguise, all while enduring a legion of demonic voices that harassed and berated me every waking moment. Many months into my living nightmare, the Son of God, Jesus Christ, spoke to me about water baptism. Not knowing what that meant, I inquired about it from the pastor of a church I had started attending. And luckily, it's not hard to get baptized in a church because it is actually your personal proclamation of your choice to follow Jesus. Additionally, water baptism represents death and resurrection in Jesus Christ. You see, when Jesus died on the cross, it was the biggest blow and dupe of all time to the forces of darkness. It was the event that made a spectacle over Satan and his minions and rendered them powerless over anyone who calls on the name of Jesus. If Satan had known what the finished work of the cross was going to do to his authority over mankind, he would have never orchestrated the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. On the evening of my baptism ceremony at church, I was lowered into the baptismal water tank full of paranoia, confusion, fear, fractured mentally. I was a captive to the demons that inhabited my psyche. And when I rose out of the water, the demonic voices were gone. The hallucinations were gone. The fear, the paranoia, the confusion, it was gone. The dark cloud of insanity that loomed over my head was gone. A cloud that I didn't even know was there until it was gone. I was set free because it is for freedom that Jesus sets us free. When I was lowered into the baptism tank, it represented me dying with Jesus on the cross. And when I rose out of the water, it symbolized me rising with Jesus in his resurrection as a new creation in new life, free from captivity. And this gift of grace and freedom is free to everyone who calls on the name of Jesus. So I just want to encourage you, if you need to be set free from captivity right now, no matter what kind of captivity it is, drugs and alcohol, depression, thoughts of suicide, or even freedom from demonic forces, cry out to Jesus right now to free you. You don't have to say it out loud. He knows our thoughts and he knows our hearts. Because you see, no sin is too great and no life is too lost for the radical redeeming power of Jesus Christ.